booze. You ready? Oh,
Oh.
that sounded like Maymay's used to sound.
Oh.
Welcome to a Wine Wednesday. We're changing things up a little bit, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Now, today we have two wines, a red and a white, and one is my pick and one is Danielle's.
My pick.
Can you guess who picked which color? Probably. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to the chase because we got dinner ready and we're hungry. So my choice is this one right here. This Ancient Vine Zinfandel CLINE, and it's vegan. It says here that it's vegan. It's 100+ wine vines. It's gluten-free and pest control, which I didn't even know that was a thing. So this is the red that we will be testing out today. And Danielle, would you be so kind to tell them what your pick is?
Yeah, well, naturally it is Troublemaker. I've been known to be what they call traviesa, troublemaker in Spanish.
You have to kind of tilt it.
There we go. And another Trader Joe's find. It's on sale for $3.99, and
that's the sale price or that's
the sale price.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how much it's going to be after the sale, but I would just like to read this really quickly. On the back label, it says this is a Sauvignon Blanc. And it says, you know who you are, intensely vibrant, refreshingly crisp, and sneaky good.
All right.
Yes, if I could spit those words out.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and start with the white.
White it is. Whitey. All right, so let's get, and it's nice and clear. I like that. I don't like really dark colored.
And we are broadcasting here from the Tiki Lounge. We are gonna have this wine tasting, and then we're gonna have dinner while we eat. Oh my gosh. And while we watch 90210, the new episode today. I have just been editing all day, you guys, so my brain is fried, and I do think it's time to eat some food, that's for sure.
It really is, and I've had a long day. I came home from work, and then me and Shelly got our nails did, and the salon, you're there for a while, you know, so.
Alright, well here's to the white. Baraka 209, Alahelu, Malek, Hello, Pariha, Gafan. Blessed are you, Lord God, King of the universe, who brings forth fruit of the vine. Bahaya.
Bahaya.
Okay.
It definitely would be better if it was totally chilled because we just picked it up.
Yes.
And I think Shelly would be more of a fan of it. For me, I'm such a white wine drinker that I can have like a lukewarm white wine and still enjoy it. But I think for Shelly, it's really important to keep it really crisp and cold.
This is true. What is this, 13%?
Actually, yeah. So for the price point, all the wines that were white wines at $3.99 were like 12%. This one is 13.5.
13.5.
Which is pretty hefty for a white.
It is, and I was off by 5%, so I feel pretty good about that.
Especially, again, I would love you to revisit this when it's chilled.
Me too, or some ice in it. So for me, I am typically not, I tend to say this, that I'm not the biggest fan of white wine, but that's not true. Over the years, in discovering different wines, I do like white wine, actually. I just don't like Chardonnay. But I typically do go towards the red, just because my palate enjoys those flavors more. But that doesn't mean I poo-poo on the white. I need to accept that I just love wine. It's not just the red. I think that this Troublemaker is bold in taste. It tastes like a really good flat champagne. So I always tell Danielle, whenever a white wine tastes like a good flat champagne, or just flat champagne in general, then I'm good with that. All right, well, let's hop on into the red. Ancient Vine Zinfandel, CLINE. And for those of you that are following me on Vivino, I will be doing a little Vivino tonight with all this. If you don't know about Vivino, you should know. If you go to my site, my blogger site, shellymartinez.net, there's a whole section for wine tasting. I'm lagging on it. I need to update it, but my Vivino feed, which is when I go to different places, or even if I'm just at home, wherever, having wine, you could check the wines in. And for you beer lovers out there, there's a beer one too. I'm just not quite sure what it's called. And you check in. And I know with the beer one, because Metal Jesus is a beer guy, he gets like these little badges for like checking in certain places and things like that. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like a fun little like game a little bit. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop in this little video clip here to say, I know you just saw Pinocchio and his nose was growing. Here's what happened. I was editing this video, this wine tasting, just a few minutes ago, and I made this little adjustment and it messed up everything, and I gotta move forward. So there you have it. It was supposed to be a gag, but when I messed with it, it ended up going in the wrong place. And I just need to move forward, so just deal with, you just saw Pinocchio.
So, wine game. Right. I like that.
So this one, again, I love Zinfandel. This is something that I have been realizing. Zinfandel and Syrah, I really like.
Okay. Yeah. So I get that. Okay.
So we'll see. I feel already, but the way this smells, that it would be really good with some good cheese.
Oh, with some like blue cheese.
Like a hearty cheese.
Yeah, something real stinky.
All right, well, Baraka Tudonai Nalahilu Malek Halom Parin Gaffin. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth fruit of the vine. Bahayam. Exactly. This is exactly the taste.
Tastes like a nice wine.
When we had Labor Day this week, we didn't do any really social media on it. I did a couple snaps. But sometimes, you guys, we just got to do our thing and be in our vibes.
It's been a crazy time.
But what we had, one of the choices of beverage that we had was a wine that we picked up when we went wine tasting with my mom a few weeks ago. And that wine reminds me of this one. So I like that taste. That, like, it's tart, but it's not bitter. That's the thing. And it has a slight oakiness without being too, like, because we don't like that like tobacco oaky taste. I just don't like it when it's like, there's been times Danielle and I both, different occasions, have been like, is there meat in this wine? Like, yeah, it's just too smoky. That's too smoky. Okay, so what do you guess the percentage on this one?
It tastes pretty nice, so I'm thinking 14.5.
15, you were off 0.5.
We both are off 0.5. Still in the ballpark though.
I would have guessed about 14% actually.
Wow.
So I would have been off 10.
Well, you know, maybe I might just pop this white wine in the fridge and just have another glass of this with 90210 because
I know.
Wow, 15er.
I know, a little 15er.
Little 15.
Tonight when me and Shelly got our nails done, she picked a color and it was number 15.
Little 15.
Yes. You can't really see it because we're the Tiki Lounge and we got the orange lights, but I got orange nails for, you know, starting off fall and falling into fun and Halloween. So, you know. And Danielle got her champagne nails.
I got my champagne and they did the fancy thing with the magnet. You can't really see, but
if you pull it away a little bit, like, see the camera like focuses, you have to like get it. So anyways, which one is your pick for the palette?
As something like as a smooth, easy daily drinker, I would say the Troublemaker. But this nice, heavy red wine, I could see coming home after a freaking long day.
Like you had today?
Oh, yes, that's what I'm going to do right now. Tonight I thought I was going to drink white wine, and now I changed my mind. I'm going to drink red wine. No offense to the Troublemaker, but it's just that heaviness, that full body, you know.
Relaxation.
That's what I really enjoy. about especially red wines. I feel like white wines, they don't make me hyper, but like I just do little splashes, you know, because it's white, you need it chilled. So it's like a little here and there.
It's a different vibe.
It is. And then the red wine is like you really just soak it in.
You know, it's such a vibe because now that we're talking about it, when I used to go to the Rainbow on Sunset all the time, I would always drink champagne. Like, I very, very rarely have had like red wine there. It's always been champagne. So I almost wonder if one of the reasons why something like the Rainbow, I've always wanted champagne, is because it does give me, like you said, not hyper, but just like it's not like so settling, like, oh, I just want to sit
yeah,
here.
so chill. Like, you want to drink red wine when you're just like hanging out, you got time, you're, you know, like you're not trying to be social. I mean, yeah, but like I see white wine as like very romantic and very just.
I've partied with some red wine though too, so.
Oh yeah, me too.
All right, well, I actually absolutely agree with Danielle, especially because this white wine is a little higher in alcohol content than a lot of white wines are typically that taste like this. So I would go ahead and say the same thing. If I was day drinking, I'd go with the Troublemaker. If it was more not a day drinking type of thing, I would go with the CLINE, right? CLINE? Yeah, CLINE. Ancient Vines. So there you have it. A different kind of vibe to our Wine Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoy this. We're gonna watch 90210, and then I'm literally gonna put this up after that, all late and everything, because it's Wednesday.
That's very ambitious of you.
It is. It'll be easy though. It's very straightforward. There's not gonna be much editing to have to do. Just a little couple of things here and there. So, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will be back soon with another Wine Wednesday video for you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing here. And hey, what's your favorite kind of wine?
I don't know.
Maybe you're not even a wine person. Maybe you're just a drinker, period, and you don't care. So comment below. Why don't you let us know what your favorite wine is, and or what your adult beverage of choice is, you know?
We'll listen. I'm very interested.
We're here for you. We're open. We're open, gals.
Yeah.
You know? All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Adios.
Bye.
Dance, be gay. Now walk